Purim is Israel's gayest festival. Throughout the country, it's dressing up time for the children. The prize winners were twin girls bound together to represent Franco-Israel friendship. In Jerusalem, the school children led their procession through the outlying areas, where the new immigrants turned out in thousands to cheer them. But the highlight of the holiday was the procession through the streets of Tel Aviv, in which more than 6,000 youngsters took part. Even the dog had fun. For 3 hours, the decorated floats wheeled through the enthusiastic crowds. Their motifs were varied, but the story of Esther, Mordecai, and bad man Haman were the most popular, as might be expected at Purim time. The Actions Committee of the World Zionist Congress met this month in Jerusalem. Members of the cabinet and the Prime Minister were present and heard Dr. Nachum Goldman, World Zionist President, speak about fundraising difficulties. The new Soviet ambassador, Mikhail Bodrov, inspected the Guard of Honor before presenting his credentials to President Ben-Zvi. A street in Ramat Gan, one of the suburbs of Tel Aviv, was named after General Jose San Martin, the national hero of Argentina. His Excellency Gregory Topolovsky, Argentine ambassador, with a group of South American visitors, cut the silken ribbon, and Rehov San Martin was on the map. This month, Israel's sportsmen and women began to prepare for the traditional Pesach march to Jerusalem. It was a 4-day marathon starting at Ashkelon in the south. Camps were prepared en route, where the marchers spent the 3 nights. Though some danced more than they slept. Large contingents of the army took part, swinging through the spring countryside in perfect formation. These youngsters showed their fitness by carrying off all the prizes. The Hebrew University's Faculty of Agriculture is at Brexhobot. Here, among shady trees and green lawns, new premises have been built to meet the state's need for scientific help in its struggle to exploit to the full its land resources. The agricultural course lasts 4.5 years and includes every branch of agronomy: animal husbandry, poultry farming, garden crops, and horticulture. Field crops are sorted and tested in the laboratories to find the strains most suitable for Israel's varying soil and climate. These students are the sons and daughters of settlers, old and new, linked in the common purpose of increasing the country's food resources. Agricultural entomology is an important field of research, and many of the pests indigenous to the Middle East have been eradicated or brought under control. The work of the Soil Research Station has had the greatest effect on the government settlement plans. Before any new area is opened up, soil samples are sent here to be tested, and all types of crops are tried out until the most suitable are found. Another part of the course is to travel through Israel and study its agriculture on the spot. It is sometimes hard to concentrate with the heady smell of orange blossoms in the air, but these students seem to manage. Picking spring flowers for lab study can sometimes lead to a smile. As the country's immigration increases, the Faculty of Agriculture must keep pace with the needs and demands of the new settlers. Two busloads of Arabs visited the Negeb as the guests of the government and the Jewish agency. The group included the municipal heads of Nazareth and the villages of the Triangle, Druze, and Bedouin chiefs. They visited the phosphate mines and listened to explanations in Arabic by Jewish workers. After lunch, they went on to examine the potash works on the shores of the Dead Sea. These two were fascinated by the salt density of the water, the highest in the world. They saw the towering salt peak, supposed to represent the wife of Lot. At Mitzpeh Ramon, a new settlement on the edge of the canyon, the Arab leaders got their first glimpse of the Red Sea. 40 kilometers from Eilat, they stopped at the copper mines of Timna. A Galilee Druze was greeted enthusiastically by a fellow Druze, now a Negev miner. The stark cliffs above the ancient slag heaps of King Solomon brought home to the northern farmers the tough job being undertaken by Israeli southern pioneers. Springtime is tourist time. Israel's own liners are packed with excited visitors who stream down the gangways. El Al, the national airline, daily brings plane loads. This group of Turkish Rotarians and the Rotarians, guests of the Tel Aviv branch, include the foster daughter of Kemal Ataturk. Here, the tourists find bars and restaurants and outdoor cafes everywhere to suit his taste, and modern hotels to suit his pocket. These are built high up in the mountains or on the edge of the Mediterranean. Even at Eilat, he will find air-conditioned hotels to make him comfortable. In Haifa, the windows frame the splendid sweep of the bay. And in Jerusalem, the holy city, they look out onto the timeless Judean hills where King David roamed as a boy. Shopping in Israel is exciting, for the skills of the East and the West are on display. oriental carpets woven with modern techniques, treasure boxes of Yemenite jewelry. Israel's home industries are part of her cultural heritage, and many of the skills have been handed down from father to son through the centuries. These skills have been adapted to modern usage, and the discerning shopper is fascinated by the subtle blending of the old with the new. Materials woven on hand looms are cut to the latest style. Israel's women dressed with taste, and local designers are kept as busy as in Paris or New York. Israel's temperate climate and long coastline make this country a perfect all-the-year-round holiday resort, a tourist paradise.